All right, we are coming into Babcock State Park campground. It looks like a very nice campground, except it's a little wet. But I don't think that you can blame that on them. There's a bunch of campsites with no electric and a bunch with electric. We're gonna go up and try to find ones with electric. They're kind of short little campsites. We're going up around the loops with 12. That must be their garbage. They don't have a dumpster, they have a garbage cage. This is 12, 13, 14. These look like they're not electric, but they're nice and flat. I should have just grabbed one of these, saved my money, used my solar. Oh, there's a keyless squeaking in the back. He wants to get out and play. He's been a really good boy today, though. We've gotten out a couple times, and there's 19. That looks like a real deadly campground. Don't ever pick that if you come here. 20 looks flat and nice and level, but it's awful small. And 21's in the middle of the loop. There's 22, also in the middle of the loop, but under a nice tree. And fairly flat. Driveway's not too flat, though. Alright, so that's the non-electric loop. Gotta make a sharp corner here with the trailer. Here's 23, says handicap. Got electric, and it's pretty flat. It's got the paved path to the bathrooms. Actually, that's one of the ones that we could have. And then there's the other ones. 25 and 26 occupied by people. Are way up at the end. 27. There's 30. Big trailer, a few tents. 31 on the inside. And we got 32 out in the sun, which is one of the open ones. 33 is another one that's available for us today. I don't really like that one. However, here is 34 and 40. 40 looks just like our type of thing. This is 34 and this is 40. It's got a nice long driveway, and I think we're going to take that. Well, we'll go back. There's the more garbage cans over here. It's a little ways from the bathroom, but that's all right. We don't mind walking. This is 39 right here. There's the bathhouse, garbage house, firewood. This is 36. Another handicap site. Doesn't seem to be used, but she only gave us one handicap site. Let's go back out to the house and we'll pick a site. Let's go over. There's sites across the street. Let's go check them out. These are all electric. That's 51 right as you come in. And we got 41 right here. Hey there, hang on there. We don't want that in there. 41 is nice back in the trees. 42 Looks like it's almost on 41. 43. 44 is kind of more parking lot like over here. Although they go way back. 45, 46, 47. I mean, they're pretty close. You're going to be close to your neighbors if it's full. 50 looks kind of by itself. And there's horseshoes in the middle. So I think we'll stick with 40. And there's 51. Must have made that at a later time. Well, we are set up. Campsite 40. We did find out, though, that between the site and the road, it's a swamp. It's extremely muddy. It has been wet and rainy all week, according to the girl, and this nice little spot I thought might be good for the dogs is just a swamp too. It's just black mud and weeds. So goes to show you, a drive-through doesn't do it all. You need to stop and get out and actually look. The next one up looks quite a bit drier. It's on a little bit more of a slant, so it's probably a much nicer site. So the bathhouse looks pretty typical. It's got fans running to keep the steam out. It's got portable water for trailer fill up right here, and this is the dump station right next to the bathroom. The bathroom does have a parking area for people who need to drive to the bathroom from the other loop. The other loop across the street has no bathhouse, so you have to drive over here. Sounds like there's laundry here. Dryers in the front, washers from the top. They look all right. Too bad. A little primitive. Showers are a little dirty, but you know, it's a dirty campground. Normal shower heads, not those super nice shower heads at the other place. We do have controllable hot and cold water, soap dish, little bench to put your stuff, and hangers. Not bad, it looks pretty clean, even the lights, although they're white lights, are pretty bug free. Not bad. Toilets are concrete cells with nice doors. Handicap shower bathroom. I don't think I'll use that one. Although it does have a curtain in there. Hot and cold running water at the sinks. That's pretty interesting. No towels. They do have soap. Alright, that's the bathroom tour. I think we found the perfect campsite for the kids. They're down there exploring that dead tree, or that fallen over tree. I don't think it's dead. They must have blown all the leaves off the campsites down this little hill right here. And so it's just thick in leaves, and they're having fun digging through them and playing in them, and they've gone all the way down and pooped down there, so that's good too. Hey, no. What do you got? Come here. For a 4-month-old puppy, he comes really well. Just past our campsite is a road that looks like it goes to the maintenance shed and overflow parking. And this road goes on beyond it. It says it's a service road to economy cabins ½ a mile. So it's a nice looking road, and it's open, and it doesn't say nobody can come. It just says speed limit 15 miles. So we're going to go down and check out the cabins and what's down this road. The map, I'll try to blow up a map here and put it on here. The map shows this as a road to a lot of trails, which is really what we're looking for. So we're going to explore and hope we don't get in too much trouble. Okay, we've just gone through a gate that's also open, and we're at the cabins. And there's signs that say pets are prohibited in the cabins, but these are the cabins. Small little cabins, 1 vehicle per cabin, no firewood and grills. They apparently have bathrooms because I see sewer pipes next to them, or at least sinks and wash and stuff like that. They must have bathrooms if they've got anything. None seem to be in use, or we could ask to look at one. Oh, there's a pet-friendly cabin. That one there says pet-friendly. Well, that's cool. A nice little screen porch. It looks like a sleeping room and maybe kitchen. And over here, there are bigger cabins. And the road's bigger too. It's a 2-lane road. We must be somewhere where you can get in from another direction. Not the overlook. These are damn big cabins over here. That one's got lights on. This one right here. That cabin's pretty damn big. And it's got a satellite dish. Direct TV. And this is the Manus Creek picnic area and playground. It has some tennis courts, basketball courts, and a scenic overlook with benches. Just looking through the mountains. Not too bad. Akila wants to get out and see it, but he can't. Now these are trailheads, and they have signs and everything, and there's a gate, and it says over here it says do not block gate, but where I'm standing it doesn't look like this is a parking area, but maybe it is. Maybe this is where we should go and park. Looks like a fun place to hike. We'll take the boys for a hike here. We decided to stop and hike a trail. This is the Blue Trail, which according to my little book, this is the Old Pond Trail. Now I'm not sure where it's going because it's mostly going downhill. Oh, there goes a deer. It's a very beautiful forest. And it's just, it's a trail that obviously isn't maintained as a trail. As you can see, there's logs and everything, but there are blazes and there are signs telling you where to go. But it's an obstacle course getting over sticks and branches and trees and everything else. So we're having fun. Bringing up the rear as always comes Dakota. And this is the end of the trail, is this little pond that's just a dike across the little stream. Akila, no. No. Get back here. It's got a little well here. An old old well house or pump house. It's got wires and everything to it. Muddy dogs. It's a mistake to take them near water. You gonna take him out swimming? You gonna teach him to swim, huh? Come on, let's go, we're done. I guess I just have to say that it's pretty apparent that Dakota is partially deaf. The partial part is the part he doesn't want to hear. I said don't go in that pond and he went right in that pond. But when I said let's go, he came right out of the pond and we were gone. So I don't think it's his actual hearing, it's just his partial hearing. Oh, the sun came out for a minute. It has been so wet here, I'm told. It has rained for 2 weeks. Just on and off, just enough to keep the humidity and everything wet for a long time. So the mushrooms are phenomenal. I'll stick some pictures of the mushrooms at the end of the video so you can see some of these really weird mushrooms. There's some that look like they were being eaten by worms, but then I figured out that it was actually just part of the mushroom. Some jelly mushrooms that are pretty interesting. All right, I'm huffing and puffing. We're going uphill, so I'll get back with you in a minute. Akila likes to wait for Dakota. Says I can win. I can run way ahead, but I don't want to be without him. We wait for you. But he's got all the energy. Youth is wasted on the young. Dakota and I agree. We are going into Camp Washington Carver, which is next to Babcock State Forest or State Park, and it's a pretty interesting place. It was built by the W.Va, the CCC. I don't know if we're going to be trespassing or what. Well, the main house here looks pretty impressive. The main house looks pretty impressive. Big old log building. Hey folks, we just had a great shower. We're in, where are we? In Babcock State Park. Real good shower, lots of hot water, plenty of water to use and do. Just a really interesting difference is that at Camp Creek Campground, the water was so soft, you never felt like you had the soap off you. And the water here is really hard. I mean, the soap doesn't stay on you. It hardly, you can't get a lather out of it. It's so hard, but quite a difference. I wonder where they get their water from, or if Camp Creek has to do a lot of filtration and conditioning of their water to get it like that. But both campgrounds are real good. This one, I noticed when I went in the bathrooms this morning, none of the toilets were flushed. And two of them would not flush. I don't know. I mean, the water flushed, but they were plugged of some reason or another. And sometimes that's the obnoxious campers that come to the place, and sometimes that's just bad plumbing for an old campground. So I don't know where to tell you about that one, but Camp Creek I'd probably go back to. There's a lot of stuff around that campground, and they have a lot of forest to hike and play with and waterfalls. Babcock, it's a really big, beautiful state forest, but I don't know that I'll come back. It's easier to go to the U.S. forest campgrounds, which are a little better maintained and better taken care of. There's no host here that I have seen. We appreciate you watching this far. Watching the whole video helps a lot. If you the ultimate thank you for me is if you share the video with somebody that might be interested. Any of my videos, if you know somebody that's got a camper or something that might need something, take a video and share it with them. Get them interested in the channel. That's a big help. I don't really push the channel much, but I've got another job and I've got too much other stuff to do. So I appreciate you coming though. I like every one of my subscribers. They're great. My viewers, I love you for all you can do, and I hope someday I can meet you on the road camping somewhere. From Aquila, Dakota, and me, thanks a lot, and stay safe. Thanks, folks.